New question. The member from Lanark, Frontenac, Lennox and Addington.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, my question is to the Minister of Health. Minister, you say your unaccountable LHIN bureaucracies are helping people, but the facts on the ground speak otherwise. Your Southeast LHIN is supposed to be helping people with acquired brain injuries. People like Scott Finley, who was injured in the 1978 Canadian Downhill Championships. The Finley family wants to ensure that Scott's going to be cared for, but your LHIN can't figure out where or how they spend money for people with acquired brain injuries. Minister, why are your LHINs not meeting the needs of Ontario's people?
Sure.
Well, Speaker, quite the contrary. The LHINs are delivering exceptional results for the people in those LHINs. I tell you, before the creation of the LHINs, Speaker, there was no one responsible for tying together, for streamlining the healthcare system for people who needed access to healthcare. There was no one who was actually looking at the system from the patient's perspective to make sure the right supports were in the right place for the people, Speaker. We have significantly improved care for people thanks to the LHINs. Our Aging at Home strategy has provided supports for people in the community so they can stay at home where they want to be for as long as possible without having to go into long-term care. Speaker, our plan is to continue improving care for people. The opposition has an altogether different plan when it comes to health care.
Supplementary.
Speaker, Minister, you do have room for improvement. Your LHINs just keep piling up more and more expenses. I spoke to your LHIN chairman, Georgina Thompson, about funding for ABI patients. 2 months later, she told me she had some good news and some bad news. The bad news was that the LHIN doesn't know how or where they're spending money for acquired brain injuries patients. The good news, though, the Southeast LHIN had hired a consultant for $357,000 to track down where the LHIN spends their money for people like Scott Finley. Minister, you allow these unaccountable bureaucrats to keep soaking up money, which should go to frontline care for people like Scott Finley. Minister, what use is a bureaucracy that needs to hire a consultant to track their checkbook?